chat for a minute. All systems go. That's what it feels like sometimes when I'm starting stream. Ooh, that's a good sign. Alright, so I've got a few things I want to talk about today, and some of them I'm really excited about. Mostly Critical Role and Daggerheart related. But first, I do want to actually just real quick watch this video posted by Moist Critical within the hour. This one here, because he's talking about how much money he's made recently, and I'm very
First things first, before I cannonball into to show you all explaining why from my lifetime of being on YouTube and almost a decade of being on Twitch. Now, the reason for this is, a week ago I made a video called I'm Turning It Off, and in that video I'm explaining why I'm disabling any and all means of people having the ability to donate money to me. No more super chats, no more YouTube memberships, for all intents and purposes, no more bits on Twitch. I say all intents and purposes because you can't actually fully disable that on Twitch. Once you start streaming on there, you're fucking shackled to the bits ecosystem. It cannot be turned off.
Oh yeah, look, I can't become a channel member.
So I made the minimum so high that no one can pay it, hopefully, and actively discouraging people from subbing on Twitch as well. Any and all avenues where people could just give me clams, I am just putting the kibosh on. I should have done this a long time ago, but better.
I always think, like, with creators this huge, just leaving a link, like just a Ko-fi thing or something that just says, hey, if you like my content, give me some money. That alone will make them enough money to live off. Just that, like, one link. It's just little bits here and there just coming in just makes them so insanely rich.
Late than never. Might as well get the farty sharded now. The reason is super simple. I would much rather you keep your money. Use it for yourself or use it for things you deem important, whether it's charitable causes or what have you. But just stop forking it over to me. Now, since posting that video, there's been a lot of questions and even somewhat of a pushback from other streamers about how, like, this sets a bad precedent where it, like, starts to shame other streamers if they don't follow.
One thing I will say, because this pops up, like, every once in a while on YouTube and Twitch. Last time I remember it was happening, it was on Twitch, and it was, like, on, it was dealing with, like, Pokemon and, like, some female streamers who were just making so much money from, like, individual people. It'd be whales that would just be paying them, like, thousands of dollars a month. And it was this idea that they should turn it off. They shouldn't be accepting money from these people because these people kind of, you know, aren't in the right headspace to protect their own finances. So they're just giving their money to these streamers and stuff. It's like the power social relationship. And, like, it's true, like, these people make more money than you could ever think of. But there's other stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Like, a lot of YouTubers have full teams of people that they need to pay. And the more money they make goes to, like, them and goes to making better content. And then other people I know with Pokemon spends, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on an internet security team that goes to the web and makes sure that no one's, like, deep faking or now using AI to copy her image and do God knows what with it. So, like, they kind of, some people just need more money than other people in this space. What's going on, guys, anyway? Charlie, yeah, I had to watch this video because he's talking about how much money he's made. And and I'm always so interested in that. You got Whiplash Journey while the videos play. Yeah. So I had to watch it. That's not something you're really going to be able to tell until it's too late, though. What Wardian? Like how much money people are making? But yeah, I know there's some people who just like make so much money, and there's other creators much smaller who make none. I could understand like smaller creators not wanting Charlie to like take off all his links to get money from people, because it's like, can I still use links? Like, yeah, of course you need the money. If you need the money, use the links. If you're gonna use the money, use the links. Other creators, I know, like D&D Shorts, in my niche, gives like half the money he earns to charity. And I think that would be... Well, what Charlie's doing is he's shutting off the ability for anyone to give him money because he thinks people need it more right now. It's like a recession and stuff. I know in the past he's done it where he's given loads of money to charity too. And like, I'm sure a lot of creators do that as well. Like they earn way more money than they need, so they just give it all to charity and make the world a better place because of it. People that can't control themselves and forming inappropriate parasocial relationships. Yeah. It's hard because I do think the parasocial relationship thing is earlier on, it is not parasocial, right? Like it's a different kind of relationship. Like I'm chatting with you now, Wardian, and like we're having a conversation, and we're developing a relationship of some kind. But you can see me and hear me, and I can't do that with you. So it's off kilter kind of thing already. And I think that's fine in small doses, but as it gets more and more off kilter with a bigger and bigger audience, and people who can't like fully separate like friendship and whatever this relationship we have right now is, Wardian. Oh, you can say friendship if you want to, but it's not the friendship that these people feel. It's crazy.
My footsteps here. Let me be clear. I'm not trying to make a rallying cry here. I'm not your dad. You do what you want with your own streams. Keep donations and subs on out the wazoo forever. I don't care. That's your prerogative.
Also, I wonder if he's going to talk about it, and it's not our problem, I guess. It's certainly not his problem. But if everyone just turned off donations and the ability for people to give them money, like Twitch would just shut down. Twitch would make no money anymore.
This was just my own personal decision.
Son? Is that you, Devious?
Obviously, that wasn't like the most prevalent take or anything, but it is a conversation I saw stirring about after I posted that video, because there are some streamers that believe that normal people having the ability to give them money helps them feel included in the community, part of the crew, part of the ship, and it's like integral to the streaming experience to be able to like sub and donate and things like that.
I think that's rubbish. I personally think that's rubbish. I think if someone's telling me like, oh, when people give me money, it's for them, not me. It's kind of me doing you a favor when you get to give me money. Like you now feel part of the ship. That's so dumb.
I've never really shared that perspective. I've always viewed streaming as content that you are providing to viewers for free. And if someone's nice enough to toss you a doubloon, you tip your fedora saying, "Holly jolly, thanks for the Reddit gold, kind stranger," and move on. But it's not an obligation, and no one should feel like they need to be able to give you money to be included in the community.
Devious, literally I just started the stream, and as I was like preparing to talk about the stuff I want to talk about, I saw this from Charlie, who, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the space, a gaming YouTuber who just like posts every day and gets so many views and makes so much money. But he kind of, I think he's got a pretty good head screwed on his shoulders when it comes to like stuff like this. And he's talking about how he's turned off all donations and ways to give him money online. Because he doesn't need it. He makes enough money from like ad revenue alone, I think is probably his deal. So he's turned off like channel memberships, he's turned off Twitch donations as much as he can, the ability to give him tips. Every little thing he's turned it off because he thinks the money should not go to him anymore. And he also said at the start of this video that he's going to talk about how much he's earned in the past year, if not the lifetime. And I want to see that. I want to see how much he's earned. So that's why
that feels very parasocial.
It's got nothing to do with what I wanted to talk about today, but I have to watch it. Sign of a good YouTube video that I just have to watch it. Also known as Twitch Jesus. I've not heard that, but I can believe it. I just want to support people doing a thing I like. I get that, Buttery. 100%. I've never given money to a content creator with the intention of feeling included. I get that you want to support them doing a thing you like, but when they're literally millionaires, you know, when they literally do not need the support, which I think is where Charlie's at now, then it's like, go give the money to creators who do need it or do want it. He's not saying like no one should give money. He's saying, I think it's more the creators who make more money in a month than the viewers make in a year or sometimes 10 years. Oh, I wouldn't give money to Charlie. Yeah, exactly. Some people would. And Charlie's like, stop it.
To me, but that's just my own view on it. But what I will tell you, breaking the magician's code here, there is no top streamer that needs your financial support to put food on the table or continue providing those streams for you. Also, the bulk of a streamer's income comes from ads in the first place. Anyway, though, I think this stems from people
just... Is that true? No, that's not true. A bulk of a streamer's income comes from ads now? That didn't used to be the case. I guess they mean like smaller to medium-sized streamers then. Because there's no way. Like, the bigger ones make so much money from donations. But yeah, all donations should go to Geeky from now on.
Not really knowing how much money a top streamer can make on Twitch, for example. So let me show you my analytics from my lifetime on Twitch. Now, Twitch analytics are a little...
I want to see his YouTube. I want to see his YouTube so bad. Okay, this is still interesting. This isn't Lifetime. Wait.
Wonky here on the back end, so
it says by day.
Wasn't able to just set the date range from 2017 to 2025 because it would just freeze. It would just have a conniption. I bet the Twitch HQ a server just fucking caught flame with me trying to do that, so I had to break it up into chunks. So in 2017 is when I really started like actually streaming on Twitch. I had dabbled in 2016, but it was...
That is true. Yeah. The biggest streamers with that kind of viewership make tons on ad. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because if he has like 30,000 people watching him, so he makes so much money from one ad. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
It wasn't until 2017 where I got like partnered and everything. So from 2017 to 2019, I made $55,500.
He only made 27K a year from 2017 to 2019. I mean, it's a ton of money. It's only one part of his income. It's next to 26K. But that surprised me. That seems lower than I thought it would be.
Dollars for those 2 years. And I wasn't full-time streaming at this point or anything. It was just
still
a bit of goofing around, having some fun. And
he also multi-streams now. So I hope he does show the YouTube stuff as well. Because he did a video a while ago where he was talking about multi-streaming and how he did a live stream that made so much money. Then it got turned into a VOD on YouTube, like got turned into a normal video, which is what happens to streams. And then that one stream went on to make another 80K as a VOD. 80K, that's way more money than I make in a year from one live stream.
Brought in $55,500 from 2019 to 20.
Isn't the 55K from August to December only? It says at the top January 1st, 2017 to January 1st, 2019.
Having some fun, and it brought in...
Though I do see what you mean at the bottom. It does say August 27. I don't know what we're looking at.
$55,500. From 2019 to 2021 is when I took it a lot more seriously. As you can see, my time streamed went from...
Okay, this is a bit more what I was expecting from his stuff.
600 hours on the 2 years to 3,600 hours, and I made $1.2 million.
So I think everyone would be pretty happy with 600K a year from streaming alone, right? That'd be pretty sweet. 600K a year from streaming alone. He streamed a lot, but once again, this must make up what are we thinking? Like an eighth of his overall income? Like this is like this is the smallest amount of the pie that's coming in for him compared to like. Oh no, he doesn't take sponsors. I don't think he takes sponsors. So there is that. I've heard of you. I've never heard of this guy. What kind of content does he make? He is one of the biggest creators on YouTube. He just makes he does gaming stuff when he live streams, and he live streams like daily. But then he also makes a daily video which is about like internet news, and they all get millions of views. Like very, very good. He's $357 an hour. Mark Thorne, what it is pretty sweet, I must admit.
For those 2 years, and this was before my Twitch contract, so the only ads that were running on my stream were like the pre-roll ads, the ones that Twitch would insert themselves. So this was still without ads, by the way. $1.2 million, almost 1.3. Then I got a Twitch contract, which necessitated a...
Oh my god. Okay, oh, this is over 3 years, I guess. So he's making like $1 and a bit million a year at this point. God, Twitch must be foaming at the mouth for him to stream. Because Twitch makes like, I guess when he's like here, Twitch makes a quarter of what he makes. So like, he's just making millions for Twitch.
A certain amount of ads, 3 minutes of ad time per hour.
That's a lot of time.
And from 2021 to basically 2025, I made $4.1 million. And to those astute observers amongst you with those keen peepers, you might notice that my subscriptions are less than half of what they were for the previous 2-year
That's
period.
Wild. That's
so
wild.
Even though
Why'd your subscriptions go down now? I mean, I love that he's just being so open and transparent about this stuff, though. Like, so many creators are not like this. He's just like, yeah, I make this. You gave me this money. This is how much money you gave me, audience. I
have 180,000 less subs across these 3 years than I did for the previous 2. I still made significantly more, and that is because of ads. Ads are the breadbasket to streamers. That is the jelly to the peanut butter sandwich that is streaming. And keep in mind, these numbers here, the 4.1, the 1.2, yes, those don't even include time ago.
I'm a greedy analytics boy.
Especially considering this is just the Twitch side of things. I told you, I'm going to show you my YouTube earnings. So yes, be ready, because here it is! Huge.
How much is that an hour, Mark? This is, in all fairness, this is from 2007 to 2025. However, he didn't really start making money until, I mean, it's hard to tell because even in this lower area, he's still making like $1 million. But it was around 2020, around COVID. Oh man. So it was like COVID really kicked. Hey, COVID was terrible. I'm not going to try and tell you that COVID wasn't an awful thing that I wish we could all take back, but it definitely kickstarted a ton of people's like, I say career. He already had a career, but it blew people up in a crazy way. Because in like 2020, he goes from making a few $1 million. It's hard to tell if these are like, I guess every couple of months, to making, he makes like 20 million here, and then it drops down, oof, and then it works his way back up to 20 million, and it kind of peaks out around 20 million. And for the past 5 years, he's just been making 20 million, whatever that is, every few months. $3,000 an hour, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Yeah, 35 million in 5 years. Yeah. Mm. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. I got into an argument once. I'm so glad he's done this. I literally, in this very chat, I got into an argument with a chatter once because I was talking about, I mean, this is, I can tie this directly into the D&D space.
First things first.
Because Penguin Zero, aka Charlie, has a D&D channel. Let me find it. This is their D&D channel, Skill Check. They made it, when did they make it? Like 2 years ago now? Uh, 1 year ago. They made it, and it's got 200k subscribers, but I talked about the time because it wasn't doing very well. Like, to say he is that insanely big, he made a D&D channel, they were doing D&D games, and it just wasn't, like, taking off. And he thought so too, or they thought so too, the team did, because now they kind of stopped doing D&D as much for the latest, and they actually pivoted into more Magic the Gathering. Let's see when did yeah, mostly Magic stuff now. In fact, when was the last time they did a D&D? Yeah, they've not actually. Yeah, so they started as a D&D channel. They couldn't get the actual play to work, which is fair. It's very hard to make a successful actual play nowadays. So they pivoted to Magic, in short. And I remember getting to know him because I insulted Charlie to a Charlie fan, I guess. Oh, is it? Is it really bad? Is the stream choppy on YouTube? It might be my internet because look, I can't even load this video. Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe my internet's having a moment. If YouTube's okay, fine. Let me know if YouTube has any issue. Anyone on Twitch might want to go over to YouTube, I guess.
Welcome everyone to Skill Check.
So, oh yeah, okay, maybe we get off YouTube. What I said was when this first came out, it's like the videos aren't doing very well because like Charlie is a millionaire, multi-millionaire probably, and can afford to like make a higher production quality actual play than this. And someone was like, he's not that rich. And I was like, the guy makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. And the guy in chat was like, I don't think he makes hundreds of thousands, maybe like a few thousand. And I was like, people don't realize just how much money these large creators actually make. And they can't wrap their head around it. And in all fairness to them, how do you wrap your head around this? Like if you were just this guy's friend and he was like, oh yeah, how's work? And he's like, good, I only made 3 million today.
Huge fucking number, an unfathomable amount of money. From starting this channel in 2007 all the way until today.
Does he offer gaming advice or just actual plays? When he live streams, he just, oh, you mean for D&D? It was just actual plays. And I think they tried making, they were trying to be like a new Critical Role. They were trying to go down that route because he's a fan of Critical Role. And they even got like Matthew Mercer and Marisha Ray to like appear in a video with them early on, like a trailer for it. Because he's called Moist Critical. That's his like name. And he was making a joke that he would be called Critical Role. But they were like, it's taken, whatever. And I don't know, I saw that launch and I was like, this is going to be huge. This is going to be massive, this actual play. And then it kind of just died out. It was kind of sad. Also makes 35 million, still streams from what looks like an abandoned garage. Yes. Yeah. That is part of his chow. I think at this point he's scared to change anything. Because the second he, on his main channel, which makes him 35 million, can you imagine if he got a better camera and did some proper editing if like his views just died and he could never get it back? I think one shot on this role, baby, you don't change. You just keep doing what you're doing until it's not working anymore.
I have made $35.8 million. I never even imagined that amount of money would...
None of my links work? Huh? On Twitch? Oh. Oh. I apologize. I'm called Reaction Roll on YouTube. I will fix my my Twitch links after
was
stream.
possible to earn without just being
I've not
born
I've not
rich.
looked at Twitch for
I have
ages.
said from day one, I got incredibly lucky. I will never be able to put into words just how lucky I got with all of this shit here. I'm not special. I got lucky. I have always said that, and I still believe that to this day. Now, something I saw a lot of people asking after the video I made about turning off all the donation stuff is how much money I'm leaving on the table. And while it's kind of hard to show it on Twitch considering both subs and bits...
Okay, yeah, this is telling. Here, let me hide myself again. So, in his lifetime, like over the past 2 decades, he made $2 million from shorts, $500,000 from supers and gifts, and $500,000 from memberships. So he made $1 million on donations, direct donations from viewers, which is not to be scoffed at. I would have loved to have made $1 million in the past 15 years, but honestly, once again, when we looked at his old one, it really only started the past 6 or 7 years, him making that much money. But yeah, he's only losing out on like a million.
Are technically still on, even though I discourage both and have bits at a point where I don't think it's even possible to use them.
That is 2,000 from shorts. I looked at that number, Axe Hopper, and I couldn't comprehend it not being millions in my mind. I guess maybe he just hasn't posted that many shorts. I could not comprehend it being that low. Yeah, $2,000 from shorts is nothing. That is nothing because I made about $80 from my shorts when I interviewed Critical Role on this channel. I interviewed Critical Role. I cut it up into about 7 shorts, threw them up, and that made me about $80. And I didn't get that many views on them. So yeah, where's your YouTube channel? I bought the bonus reaction, but it says nothing in there. Yeah, I'm on my Daggerheart channel. It's called Reaction Roll. I'm so sorry about my links not working on Twitch. Yeah, I don't think he makes many shorts. Not a ton of money in YouTube shorts and tries to make a ton. Yeah, there's not compared to like long form videos, but I think the YouTube Shorts bros, like the people who have mastered making YouTube Shorts and get millions of views every short, they're doing okay. They're doing okay. It probably works out like maybe, what should we say, like $100 per like 500,000 views on a short, maybe. I hate them. I'm in a constant battle with myself because when I want to grow my YouTube channel and get, bigger and reach a larger audience, the advice out there is always make shorts, that will get you more subscribers. Make shorts. And I've tried making shorts. A, I think I'm bad at them. And B, I just don't get any creative fulfillment out of making one. I get zero creative fulfillment out of making a short. And it takes like a day to make a good one. It's not as fast as people think. Like a good short nowadays, in my opinion, is like you need subtitles, you need editing, you need a good script. One thing I've struggled with is like having a good story of some kind. And I'm also not a skit guy. I don't want to do skits. I don't want to do it where I'm like talking like this to myself and then I go to the other side and I talk like this to myself and then I reply like this. I'm too old. I'm too old for that. What's up, Devious? Welcome in. Sorry, it was such a hard journey. Like the live stream as well if you're here. All right, let's finish.
I still can't get like a hard number on what's like gone now or anything like that. But on YouTube, I can show you directly. So with memberships and supers / gifts, I made over $1 million. Keep in mind, I've only had those things enabled for about a year. Those $1 million.
Right. So that's a year. He made $1 million a year. So it's a lot of money that he's turning off all those donations and things on YouTube alone. And if he kept them on, he would make $1 million a year, which is enough people to hire 10 employees on a really good wage. Just 10 employees. If I had an extra $1 million lying around, I would just have 10 people just like hanging out with me. I'd pay for friends. What in the hell is he showing to make that much money? You gotta go look at him. He's just doing like a here. Hang on, is there any more analytics he's gonna show? No, I think he just chats for a bit. So these are the kind of videos he's making. He'll make like he'll just go online and find whatever's trending that day, and he'll just do funny commentary about it. So he reviews things like, and he just makes content, man. So like, I guess this is a YouTube video he's reacting to. Must be a piece of news he's reacting to. Brainwashing situation is crazy. Who knows? You got to click on it to find out what that's about. Was Peacemaker season 2 good? The answer is yes. I watched it. It's very, very good. Copyright stuff. Like, I don't know, man. He just makes content. And every single one is like 1 million views. And he's doing that daily. To put that in perspective, on my main channel, I think I've just, in the past 3 years, I maybe get like 3 or 4 million views a year on my main channel. And he's doing that in a week. Easily. So, yeah. Does he do shorts? He has barely done any shorts. But the shorts he has done are millions. They're good. But yeah, he doesn't do shorts. And then he goes live 13 hours ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 7 days ago, 8 days ago. He's live a lot for like a couple of hours at a time. And he just plays video games. He's just got an audience who loves him. He just plays video games. So yeah. But I appreciate how like really transparent he is about everything. But he also he works a fair amount, I think. Like if he's streaming for like 3 hours a day and then making a video, making like an 11-minute video every day, that needs research and time and effort. Like unless he's got someone there who helps him out, which he may do. He's got enough money for that. He's doing like probably long days that'll take stuff out of him, especially creatively. But I would not mind working 60 hours a week if I was earning, $5 million a year. I wouldn't mind it. I'd put up with some long work. Like people do those kind of hours and get minimum wage, as is. Divsats, no gaming advice. Oh, you mean on his D&D channel? So his D&D channel, I've not looked to see what he's been doing recently. Let's see now. So he's still got the ability to take memberships and stuff on this channel, but obviously that's what I was talking about. You should have them on for like growing channels that need it. This channel has like maybe 8 people in it who run it. It's like Critical Role, so like all the money going to this, I presume, is split between all of them. I'll be surprised if Charlie takes any money from this. It must be sinking money into it. So like Box Brawl, which I guess is them opening magic boxes. Big Deck Energy, which I think is like a game. Yeah. It's kind of a pity, really. It's kind of a pity that they walked away from D&D. They should make Daggerheart content. That would be the ultimate flip. Start making Daggerheart content, and then get Critical Role cast on there. That would reset everything. When was the last D&D game they did? A while ago, I think. Yeah, we're like 5 months and they've barely done any D&D. But they've had like Zach the Bold on there, who is kind of like D&D shorts. or TTRPG shorts. Huge craze at the moment. No, I'm not seeing like any D&D stuff like this year. So they truly did just like cut it out completely. I guess I don't know what that says about making D&D content in general. Certainly actual plays are hard. Wait, so does the page he showed off his earnings consider all his pages? It does not. It does not. It's just his main channel. Yeah, it's just his main channel. So, he's fine. He's fine. He's making enough money. He'll survive. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I really did get distracted. How is everyone today? So, I want to talk about something that I've been planning recently. A few things. One, last time I streamed was before I interviewed Critical Role. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay. I think my internet's bad. I need to wire it in. It's not wired in. I need to move the room around a little bit. I'll do that. I'll do that before next stream as well. But let me know if YouTube's really bad right now. Camera frame rate is dying. Yeah. No, why? I think it's because my wife is on a call. On like a work call. I think we get only one of us at a time. You know the worst thing? This is genuine. I was freaking... I got a deal with my internet company here in Canada. And it was like nice and cheap. It was a 2-year deal. No contract. If I got internet with TV, a package TV deal, then it was like a quarter of the price for 2 years. I'm like, I'm doing it. It was super cheap. Then the 2 years ran out, right? And then the internet price shot up to $200 a month. $200 a month. I was paying $60 before that. I hated it. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I didn't want to call them because I knew they would keep me on the phone for like... There are no longer frames per second in seconds between frames. Oh no, you guys can't even hear me, right? Don't effective Canadian internet. Well, I looked online. I was paying $200. I looked online at the competitor. If you're in Canada right now, it's Rogers and Bell. I looked online and the competitor had internet for the same price as what I was paying before. That was like 4 times faster. And I was like, well, I'll get that. So I called my current internet provider to cancel. And they did the whole thing. They were like, is there anything we can do to keep you on? All that stuff. And I was like, well, can you do me a better deal than this? Because the competitor is offering me a faster speed for a quarter of the price you're offering right now. And they were like, oh, we can't do faster than we're doing. You couldn't have the fastest we have. I'm like, how is that the fastest you do when the competitor has 4 times the speed? And they're like, but we can give you $10 off that. And you will not need faster internet than what we're giving you. And I was like, you sure I won't need faster internet? And they're like, you will not need faster internet. No one needs that. And I told them, I'm like, well, I'm a content creator. I need good upload speed. I stream. I game. And they were like, how many people are in your house? I was like, 2. And they were like, you will not need faster internet. And now here we are. I need faster internet. And they're a pain. Audio's mostly alright. Okay, cool. So it's like a radio show at this point. Welcome to Internet Bundles. Yeah. And then I had to send back my TV package because I don't have the TV part yet, which I never used anyway. It was just part of the deal. I tried to send it back and I can't because Canada Post here in Canada was on strike. I think they're over now. I need to try again. But they're on strike. So I call them. I call the internet company again and say, hey, I can't return this product. I physically cannot return this product. And it says that I will get charged if I don't return it within 30 days. Can we waive the charge? The postal company is on strike. Can you give me an extra month? And they said, we cannot do anything on our end. Please just return it when you can, and you will be charged, but we will refund the money when we get it back. So it's no way. Yeah, we'll charge you, but we'll refund it. And I was like telling them, I'm like, but what if I don't have the money to give you right now? So I just don't have the money at all. So what can I do? And they were like, we cannot help you. And I was like, you assholes. I stayed with you. I stayed with you out of loyalty. I took a slower internet for like $10 off a month. And you're treating me like crap. So now I think I'm out. I think I'm just going to go back. I just didn't want to do it because I want to deal with like installing new internet and stuff. But if you're not in contact, yeah, it's so much faster. If you're in Canada, if you're in Toronto, Bell is so much faster here. I guess it's just got better coverage or whatever than Rogers. But like, it's definitely worth hassle at this point. If the internet was fine, I don't mind. It could be true. I don't know if any of you guys are internet heads, tech wizards. It could be true that we just have too many things on the Wi-Fi, right? We've got too many things on the Wi-Fi, and that's what's causing the issue. That could be it. And I don't think faster internet will solve that problem. I think I would need to get a new router. But honestly, I don't know enough about it. Anyway, thank you for my rant. Maybe my Twitch is maybe if I stop streaming on Twitch. No, that'll end the entire live stream. Okay, Brycing. That's a nice reminder. I was complaining about the stream might be choppy. It's my internet, we think. Short-term pain for long-term gain. Give up the bad internet. Yeah, you're right. Even if it doesn't help, it can't harm anything to have faster internet. Camera not frozen. Internet laggy. Laggy internet. God damn it. Alright, well, I'm recording on my end. So, by the time YouTube turns this stream into a VOD, it should look okay. Using Ethernet of Wi-Fi will make a huge difference too. Yes, I'm going to do that as well. It's just my internet's over there, and I've got my Ethernet cable here, and it's not long enough. So I need to move my internet right here, which is where it used to be. But look, if you want to know all my issues, I needed AC because it was too hot here in Toronto over summer. So I got that AC unit. But you're not supposed to plug that into a wall socket with other things, like an adapter or anything like that. So I had to take everything out of this wall socket and move it to the other side of the room. Hence why the internet's so far away now. It's champagne problems. It truly is first world issues. But yeah, I'll either move the internet or I'll buy like a 30-foot long Ethernet cable. But we do have a lot of devices. I would never stream with Wi-Fi. I'm never going to do it again. Geeky. I'm never going to do it again. I was testing it out. I was like, in the modern world, do we not have good Wi-Fi? Turns out no. Okay, so let's talk about me becoming a bestseller, because this is very important to me. So I decided that a good YouTube video idea / an exciting thing for me to do would be to try and get onto the front page of Drive-Thru RPG. Drive-Thru RPG is an online D&D and TTRPG PDF sales site. You can sell books through there, you can sell adventure modules, you can sell anything you want on there. They take a little cut, and they have the don't talk about the dent, Rogue. Don't talk about the dent. The dent is a charming part of me. It's not an issue. Yeah, Drive-Thru RPG website. You can sell PDFs on there, and I want to tell my relatives when I go home for Christmas that I'm an author. You know, I don't want to say I'm a TTRPG YouTuber or content creator. That opens up too many questions. that I just can't answer. I just can't describe what I do. It's an issue with me. I just cannot describe what I do for a living. If I can say I'm an author, then that's pretty sweet. And if I can say I'm a best-selling author, then we're laughing. So I was like, how do I become a best-selling author? What is in my ability? So DriveThruRPG, if I can get on the front page, they have a best-selling list. If I can get there just for a day, I would be a TTRPG bestseller. And I'd be very happy with that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I wrote a adventure module for this. Loved the writing process way more than I thought I would. It's a Daggerheart adventure module. And there's a trailer on my channel. You may have seen it already. You may have bought it. Really like what I made. And I was like, okay. And I was going to try and make it in a week. That was going to be the challenge. Make it in 1 week. Write an adventure module in 1 week. And then publish it. And then spend a week marketing it. Talking about it in live streams. Making videos. Maybe even walking around on the streets outside my local game store with a board that says, buy my adventure module. Like, do anything and everything to sell as many copies as I could. So I decided to make it cheap. I decided to make it like $2 so that it would, A, more people would be able to afford it and buy it, and B, there's like a section on the homepage which is under $5 on DriveThruRPG. Maybe I was doing it first. Maybe Doug copied me. You believe that? This was inspired by Doug. Doug is another content creator. We're kind of similar in size. And you know, creativity, I guess. We're not. He's huge. He wrote a book which was, the whole book just said his name over and over and over and over again, and then he sold it. Mine's an actual adventure module with more than 2 words, more than 1 word. But I was making this video before I saw him make his video. That's the truth. You may not believe me, but I was. But the whole doing it to be called an author thing was stolen from him. It was genius. Originally, I was just going to make this as like a challenge, like, can I do it? And also to see how much money I could make, like, and go through the process of like, do these people who make PDFs for D&D, for example, make good money? That was the thing. And I'm going to tell you how much I've made and how much I've sold, because the book came out officially 2 days ago. When I dropped that trailer about it, I sold like 50. I think the trailer came out yesterday. So obviously I didn't sell anything before the trailer came out because no one knew it existed. I sold like 50 copies. Oh, let me get this up. I sold 50 copies in the first day, which I was like, wow, okay. And now, today, we're set at 81 copies sold. And selling 81 copies has made me $121, which I don't hate at all. It took me 2 weeks in the end to make the book. So if 2 weeks of time and effort for you is worth $100, then it's worth it. But no, my camera. Okay, well, that's fine because I don't need my camera for this. Let me just so many issues today. Okay, ignore all that. So, here's the deal. I wanted to get on this homepage of DriveThruRPG, right? There's a few places we could appear, and there's the best-selling section right here, which has Daggerheart at number 3, and this was Daggerheart Adventure. I didn't think I would get on this thing, right? I think I would need thousands of sales to get up here. But then I realized this thing just keeps going, right? it just keeps going. You can just go. So we're at number 73 now, and you get to number 85, and here I am. This is me. No ratings, by the way. If anyone's bought this, please go give it 5 stars. This is insane to me. When I plan to do this, I plan to need to like contact Matthew Mercer and Spencer Stark and ask them to like tweet out about it or help me out in some way, right? I expected needing to use some kind of weird tactics to get anywhere near here, but to say I put it up and posted a video about it and I'm at number 85 is crazy. Not only that, like now the plan is to get way higher. Like how high can I get? Can I get into the top 10? Like, is that possible? But I'm number 1 on the under $5 thing, which was my tactic the whole time. I wanted to test it. I can't believe I'm number 1, guys. This is before I've started. This is before I went into like hard mode. This was just me putting the damn thing up. So I don't know what this says about Drive-Thru RPG and the amount of people, the amount of books these are selling. I also don't know if this is daily or weekly or monthly. So like maybe it's just sold the most this today, and tomorrow it will be gone. So that's why I kind of wanted to make this live stream and talk about it. So I just had proof that I am here on the on the front page. I am an author who has a most popular under $5 TTRPG adventure right now. Now you can buy better internet. Yeah. We'll for sure enjoy your journey to TTRPG best-selling author. Hopefully bonus. There's no journey. I'm here. I've done it already. So I think I'm number 3 in the hottest small publishers. That's actually something I can say. I can be like, yeah, I actually made it to number 3 in the hottest small publishers on Drive-Thru RPG. Absolutely flabbergasted at how easy this was. Now I have to thank everyone who bought it. Obviously, like they did the heavy lifting here. But yeah, it's been number 3 with 81 copies sold. Is 82 now. Did one of you guys just buy it? Because thank you. So yeah, now the mission is, I guess, to try and beat Daggerheart at its own game. Try and get number 1 spot in hottest small publishers. And then also try and get in the top 10 of the best-selling titles on the entire website. Which, I'm going to be deadly honest with you. Let me see if the camera still works. Camera? Yeah. I'll be really honest with you. I thought that I was going to fail this challenge. I thought like, hey, here's the brief. Can I, who's never written a book before, write a Daggerheart adventure module and then get onto the homepage of this website that sells them, right? I really thought that I wasn't going to do it. I thought it would be a fun journey to try. It would be fun to see how much money I make and how many I sell. And the off chance that I did get there, like I'd probably need the help of Darrington Press or someone to like boost me. The small chance I would get there would be a phenomenal video. I really thought the end of the video was going to be, well, I didn't make it, but I learned so much, you know, all that jazz. But now, like when this video comes out halfway through it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I just did it. I hit published and I made a video about it, and now I'm number 1 most popular under $5. The reality is that I think this kind of book, on other stuff I've looked at, has gone for $5 or $6. And if that was the case, I would have made like $250 so far from it. You just bought it and was going to give you a 5-star review, but it says I have to wait because it was recently purchased. Oh, that's why I don't have any. Oh, that's interesting. I guess that's to stop spam. Well, thank you. It's non-refundable still, Cage. But I appreciate that. Yeah. So you're my 82nd. Hold on. 83rd customer. Yeah. Now I will get better internet just for you. So yeah, genuinely flabbergasted. And people seem to like it. The comments on my other video are that Daggerheart people like it. And I liked writing it, so I can only presume I'm going to make more like it. I certainly have been enjoying making like similar content on my Patreon. So whether it's going to be this, like making more adventure modules like this, or making more like Patreon content, we'll see. The reality is this is better for making money. I think I make... Actually, it's about the same. It's about exactly the same. If I make a couple of pages for Patreon in a month, or I make one of these books, I probably make the same amount of money. It's just the Patreon is smarter, I guess, to build up the community rather than this. But equally, this is going to sit here forever now, you know. And it might not make much money after a while, but you never know. It could just throw the odd dollar here or there my way. And if I make more books like it, they could throw the odd dollar, you know, my way. And before I know it, there's multiple dollars coming my way. Passive income. But yeah, I genuinely was in shock horror when I saw this. Should have seen me as well. The first day I was like refreshing this page, and I went all the way up in this best-selling title list. I made it to like 1,000, and I wasn't in there. So then I was just like, I'm never gonna make it. And then, boom. I also don't know. Maybe this is like a day. Maybe it's daily, but it's like yesterday. That might make more sense because I dropped that video and I got a boost of like traffic to it, and sold the majority of yesterday. So maybe it'll disappear tomorrow. We'll see. But no, phenomenal stuff. So even though this was an experiment, just to see if you could become a bestseller, do you think you're going to continue to make more Daggerheart content like that? I'm definitely going to make more Daggerheart content like this. Definitely. I genuinely enjoyed it. But it's where it goes. I think Patreon is smarter. I also would not mind trying, though I'm suspicious about it, trying Kickstarter. Like if I said like I'm gonna make an adventure module that is gonna be levels 1 to 10 in Daggerheart, and it's going to have, you know, 50 new adversaries, 50 new environments, as well as some new character options like classes and ancestries and all that stuff. If I said I was going to make that, and I was confident it would make enough money for me to get like artists to like draw amazing art for it, then I would make that completely. But I just don't know anything about that world, to be honest. I mean, that would be another video. Like, can I become a millionaire on Kickstarter? But that does take me nicely into the other bit of news that I wanted to talk about, which was the Daggerheart class packs. This is just Daggerheart news. $308,000 they've made on it. I am kind of warped by Kickstarter. Like I said, I don't know if this is good or not, because look, I mean, I thought this would be so popular that this would blow past 500k by now. But it's got 3 times the money they needed. Oh, sorry, 2 times the money they needed so far. and 15 days left. So it's successful, no matter any way you look at it. It's very successful. I presume it's going to hit 500k. And also, like, it's for stuff that I just don't think I wanted. You already got your screenshot, right? Yeah, Rogue, don't worry, I'm recording this whole thing. I got a live stream about it. But yeah, thank you. So if someone asked already, on 1 to 10, how difficult was the process to publish? Oh, no. Yeah, throw your questions. Yeah, actually, throw your questions to me about this, because it was incredibly easy. It was scarily easy to publish. Like, from the starting process, the hardest part for me was finding a way to format the book, like design the book. I used Figma in the end, which is a free online browser-based. God, I can see that I'm lagging so much on my screen right now. Forget it. So it was a hunt for Figma, and then once I got Figma, learning Figma, and then getting a design I liked and playing with it and getting it all perfect. I'm sure there's still typos in there. I'm sure there's still spelling mistakes in there. That's something I'm going to get better with over time in the future, because I should have taken another couple of days with it to fix it, but I want to get this video out so much that I was on like time constraints. So I'd probably go back and fix all those actually and re-upload it for people. The actual publishing, once I had the adventure ready to go, I just created an account, uploaded it, and it was there. The only thing that I wasn't expecting was it took a few days I clicked publish and I got an email saying, we are checking your content to make sure it like adheres to our guidelines. We'll let you know when it's published. And that was on Friday. And then Monday I got another email saying, okay, it's published. So it did take like 3 days to actually publish. I was going to say you need artists. You would also need to leverage relationships with other creators. Yeah. Other creators love me, I think, for the most part. That's a lie. I don't know how they feel about me or if they know I exist. But I'm friendly with a few people. But I'm also like, I can leverage my own channel, right? So that's the other thing. Yeah, we'll see. I also the Kickstarter wouldn't be insane, I don't think. If it's my first one. Maybe I wouldn't do a level 1 to 10. Maybe it would be like a tier 2 or something. And it would be like, it would just need like 30k to get done. And that would be like most of that money going to the actual creation of it. And like, I wouldn't make any money from it. Like this now, it'll be more about the video and then the future. Because hopefully, it really comes down to when I make this full video about can I become a best-selling TT, which sounds better as a title to you guys. I went viral on Drive-Thru RPG, or I became a best-selling TTRPG author. Probably the TTRPG author, right? That sounds better. My sister actually just published if she could do it. No, nice. Good for her, man. It's awesome. How difficult was it between just concepting things and the actual work put into it, as well as maybe balancing the adventure? To be completely honest with you, if I had a full-time job that wasn't content creation, it would have taken me a lot longer. There were days where I just only worked on this adventure module. But this is because I'm brand new to it though, and I'm learning the ropes. But like, last week I would say I was just a full-time. I put 40 hours into it. I was just full-time, learning Figma, learning the whole thing, making mistakes, redoing stuff, rewriting stuff. So like, if I didn't have this as a job, it would have taken me a lot longer to get this out. But then if I had an actual job, I might take money from that job to hire artists and hire, like, make a better product, you know? Viral sounds something you made, give me. That's true, yeah. Best selling, yeah. Okay. genuine question to you guys: if I made a title that said, "I became a best-selling TTRPG author," and I made another video titled, "Can I become a best-selling TTRPG author?" Which would you click on? Because one is saying, "I did this amazing thing. Here's how," and the other one is saying, "Can I do this amazing thing? Follow me on this journey." I mean, I'm asking you. YouTube now lets me A/B test them, so I can just try both. Probably seconds you've never heard of Drive-Thru RPG. Right. You tried printing my adventure, but only half the page is printed. I then ordered it to be turned into a booklet at Staples, but they called me back to say the file was corrupted. Huh? Is that legit, Casey? Or are you trolling me? If that's legit, that's not on. That's on Drive-Thru, I think. No, I'm worried about that. All right, I'll keep an eye. If anyone else has any issues printing it, maybe I can try making a new PDF from it and re-uploading. But that's scary to hear. I love writing, but my financial guru side wouldn't invest in it before proof of concept. Right. Yeah. The biggest thing here to know is that all my success with this, the fact that I'm the most popular under $5 today, this only happened because of I chose Daggerheart, and there's just not a lot of Daggerheart content out there right now. And B, the biggest factor, I have a YouTube channel that talks about Daggerheart with a bunch of people who are actively looking for this product, right? So if I didn't have a channel with an audience, however small, this wouldn't have worked. Quite simply, it wouldn't have worked. So if you were thinking about trying to, publish your own stuff to make a little bit of money, you would need to advertise with people, or you would need to make content elsewhere and grow an audience. Journey is fun, in my opinion. I think saying that you did become a best-selling will get you a lot more clicks, because then people know what they're getting into, compared to the Can I title means that you might not find out. Yeah, that's true. I'll try both. I'll have to come with a good thumbnail for it. The craziest thing is, the video where I talked about it that initially got all these views, only got 1,000 views. Which led to almost 200 sales. Now, sorry, what am I saying? 200 sales? It led to 80 sales. Yeah. So 1,000 views got it to sell 80. Take with that what you will. It was a direct video though. The video is called "Is This the Best Daggerheart Adventure?" or whatever it's called. So people clicking on that video are looking for a Daggerheart adventure. So it was like a perfect storm, I think. Well, the biggest factor was my fans. The biggest factor was me, Rogue. It was me and my charming personality. No, it was my fans. It was. That is true. It was. The biggest factor in selling a lot of something is the people buying it. Without a doubt. But, yes, thank you, everyone. My core viewership right there. Yeah, it just happened to be the perfect time. If there were a bunch of other people making Daggerheart content, good Daggerheart content right now, I don't think it would have done as well. If I had made D&D, if I had made a D&D one, it would not have... it might have sold okay, but it wouldn't have, made it to the top of, the list. Okay, well, Final thing before I go, because my camera just turned off again, is you guys watched my interview? I interviewed the gang. I interviewed the whole gang. Ashley Johnson, Tellison, Brendan Lee Mulligan, Liam, Whitney, and Lewis. That was everyone. This was daunting. This was terrifying. And last time I streamed... Here, let me get rid of my camera completely. 1 second. Last time I streamed, I knew about this interview. And I didn't say anything. They literally... I contacted them to try and get an interview. Because I wanted to jump on the Critical Role Campaign 4 hype. I wanted to talk to Matt Mercer or Brendan Lee Mulligan because I wanted that sweet, sweet viewership that they always bring. And they said no, and then they were like, but in 2 days, do you want to interview all these people? And I was like, how do I say yes without sounding like I'm desperate to interview these people? I was like, yeah, that sounds, I guess I could do that, you know? Wild. Would you recommend a guide you might have found on structure for a book? For Daggerheart stuff, it's the... they released a whole homebrew kit, honestly. Like, I guess, sorry, I used the homebrew kit for making adversaries and making environments and stuff like that. And then I guess for the actual story-wise, with the layout and everything, I just used D&D. Like, I didn't use anything in particular, but I think through osmosis, I've just picked up through all the D&D stuff I've made in the past. And yeah, I just kind of like made it very similar to that. Really, it comes down to, and it's a preference thing. I know all GMs are different, but for me, when I've read books like D&D adventure modules, official ones, I've liked them, but I've always had an issue with how noisy they can be, and with how hard it is to simplify it down to its simplest form, to be like, okay, I just want to run this as like, there's 5 encounters in this chapter, and I've always wished for like, just tell me the stuff that I need, and then the stuff that's optional that I don't need, and show me where there's gaps that I can put my own stuff in, and then allow me to move it all around. I've always wanted a book like that, and then I just kind of made mine like an adventure I'd want to run, I guess. I just want to like the basics of the story, leave me some room for improvisation if I want to. But if I don't want to do that, I can just follow the story. And then give me a lot of optional encounters that I can throw in and out, or take out and put into other adventures in the future. What's up, Silence? This was crazy. I was sweating. It went horribly wrong because this is me in the top left here with the worst webcam I have, because my main camera, and I was going to say you won't believe this, but you probably will believe it since it died on me twice so far in this stream alone. It would not connect to the Zoom call. I hadn't used Zoom before. It would not connect to Zoom, so I had to use this camera. But this happened like last second. My main camera was working. I did a test run like 20 minutes beforehand, and it worked. And then when I actually wanted to record it, it wasn't working anymore. So I went into this whole thing really flustered. But honestly, they were really cool. They really put me at ease. I think they didn't know what to expect when I came in either. I'm sure they've had interviewers who are really great, and I'm sure they've had interviewers who are very professional, and I'm sure they've had interviewers who aren't like the best, as well as some interviewers who are the best. And they probably were trying to see what I was bringing to the table. And I went in and I was like a bumbling idiot, which is part of my charm. And I was just like, off the gate, asked them about fan ships. and like relationships in game and the fandom and stuff. And I think immediately Travis laughed and was like, that's where we're going, that's what we're starting with. And I was like, yeah, do you not get asked those kind of questions? I guess not. And they all kind of laughed in a way that I was like, oh no, are they laughing at my question? And then Ashley just picked it up and just gave such a great answer. And I was like, no, they weren't laughing. They were just off guard. I think I disarmed them unintentionally. And after that point, the whole, like, then my next question was more serious. And then my next question was like in the middle of the two. And then, yeah, it was a fun time. And then I think I finished, I talk about all this in a video. I finished like earlier. I took out 2 questions that I didn't want to ask. I finished with maybe a minute or 2 left, and I was just like, I'll let you guys go. I couldn't figure out to leave the call, but then I just got removed because like the other people in charge, I guess. I got saved because I was like, how do I leave? And they just got rid of me, and I was like, okay. But they sent me a recording afterwards of the whole thing. Like this is what I recorded. They sent me a recording, the whole thing to use, and it gave me like an extra 10 seconds at the end. And they were all like, they all seemed to have a good, so I saw after I left what they were talking about, and they all seemed to have a good time. So, you know, good stuff. I think there needs to be a dono goal, new camera or AC, or just whole production crew. Honestly, I really thought it was AC. I really thought it was too hot in here, but it's not that hot right now. I'm very surprised my camera's shutting off. Like really shockingly surprised. Let me feel it. You know what? It is hot. It is hot. Hold on. Can I use my other boy? Yeah. What's happening, guys? Alright, that'll do for now. I'm really surprised that my camera can't cut it, but I have an auto cue that I can put scripts in, and I can put chat on, so that I can like look directly at the camera and see things. Right now it's got like Spotify up there. It has like a black cloth that folds over the camera that sits in there, so it stops light from getting in and causing issues. I think that black cloth is just making it a hot box. So my camera's in there and it's like in a microwave. And then I've got my light over here that is bouncing off the wall and reflecting back on me. And I think that light is reflecting into the camera, and the camera's just heating up because it's covered in cloth, and that's why it's overheating. So maybe next time I'll just try it without the cloth. If you could go back and change any questions, what do you think you would have asked them? Honestly, I don't know. It kind of turned out the best I could. Like, the other questions I had originally were like things about kind of about character creation, and what I really wanted to get into, but I don't think I wanted to talk about it. I really wanted to get into more the act of running an actual play rather than D&D, right? Like, how is it different? Like, you're showing, does it feel like work? Is it, how much money do you get paid? Like, I'd want to know all that stuff, but I don't think I'd be willing to answer it. But yeah, I'd love to know, like, yeah, is it like, you know, for the new people, like the new people at the table who have not been in a Critical Role campaign before, is this like a full-time job for you guys? are you making a ton of money? Is this like winning the lottery for you guys? Or does it just feel like a normal gig? Like, does it feel like you're just doing work? And, you know, how does that affect things? So, Phil can't afford nice stuff. My camera's nice. It's a nice camera. Even that picture in the background is just the name of the image because he couldn't afford the coloured ink. My inspirational quote, JPG? What do you mean? I look at that when I need inspiration. But yeah. Alright, well, with all the technical issues today, thank you everyone for sticking with me. Thank you everyone who bought my adventure module and turned me into a best-selling author. I'm going to continue my journey to try and get number 1. Try and get number 1 best-selling titles on here. Like I said, I am currently, what was it, 89? 85. Hold on, let me refresh. Yeah, 85. Currently at number 85. God, what do you guys think is like impressive? If I get in the top 50? Or do you guys think I need to get into the top 10? Maybe I gotta get into the top 10. Maybe number 1. Maybe it's all number 1, baby. I just gotta get past Daggerheart, Phantasy Star, and this Cyberpunk single player game. Tell Mrs. Dent we're sorry for slowing down her internet during the call. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about how this could be affecting her. What a bad husband. I will do. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm gonna bail, and I appreciate you guys. You're absolutely awesome. I'm sorry for the train wreck of a stream, technology-wise. Other than that, hope you guys are number 1. I'll make it to number 1. That's the goal. Number 1. Aim high, right? Aim high. I think maybe I get number 1 in the hottest small publishers. Bonus reaction. I'm actually number 1 hottest small publisher on Drive-Thru RPG. I also made it an exclusive, thinking I could get in here, but I don't think this is like a ranking system. I think they just randomly show stuff, or they choose random exclusives. Which, if I had known about, I wouldn't have made it an exclusive, because I could have put it elsewhere. But oh well, we live and learn. Edit the HTML file to put yourself above Daggerheart. No, I am doing this for reals. I didn't think I would do it, but now I feel like there's a chance. I'm like on this homepage twice. Anyway, yes. You'll tolerate top 12? Okay. I think top 10 is solid. I think top 10 will be huge. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good evening, guys. Thanks for watching.